Hey students, it's Professor Cocazella here, and I am doing this video as an introduction to Unit 1. As I mentioned to you in the welcome video for the whole entire course, I'll be doing this type of video in the beginning of each and every unit. So you got your welcome video for an overview of the course, and now you're going to get one to introduce you to each particular unit. So what I'm going to do is just basically scroll down through the Blackboard menu items so that you can see how the learning module is set up and what the different assignments are, etc. You're not getting the entire screen. What's missing from this is the table of contents. But when you watch this video and you're inside your Blackboard course, you'll be able to identify the table of contents, and you'll be able to coordinate the things that I'm talking about within the table of contents. So here goes. Unit 1 is titled Cognition and Identity, and it will cover the first 3 weeks of class. And it will require you to do 6 particular assignments. Don't be too panicked about the number of assignments, because many of them are quite short. Some of them will just be a paragraph long, a discussion board post, or a journal entry, etc. So don't be too daunted by the fact that there are 6 assignments within this particular unit. So the bottom line is we are going to start out in a very structured format, which I think is the best way to do things to sort of get us all on the same page in terms of what we're trying to accomplish and the skills you're trying to attain and, get better at if you do know something about them. So here goes. Unit 1 is going to start out with an identity essay. And the way we're going to do this one is it's going to be in 2 parts. You are going to write me a short discussion board post about what you're going to write about, and then you're going to do the final essay. So you'll note here that you have a packet to download and print out and read over. And it provides you with a lot of the same information that's on this front page, but in greater detail. So here are the steps that's going to happen for the identity essay. Number 1, we are going to watch a couple of student blogs, and I have a link in here to MC student blogs. So I'll show you how to get to them in class. We'll view a few in class, and then I want you to view a few on your own. And essentially what you're going to be doing for this essay is you are going to follow along in a very structured way the very same 5-paragraph essay formula. So in other words, each and every one of you is going to be providing me with information about 3 particular topics, and they are your academic and career aspirations. And then number 2, you're going to be providing me with information about your hobbies and interests. And then number 3, you're going to be providing me with information about your beliefs and your values. So we are starting out this semester with this type of very formulaic essay for us to all get, as I said before, on the same page about what the components of an essay are. So that's what we'll be doing for assignment number 1.1 and assignment 1.2. So download and print out the packet, read it over, and this will all become clear to you. And of course, in class, I'll answer any questions that you might have. I usually provide samples in particular units, so you know the kinds of things I'm looking for. I don't want you to copy the samples, but they're just a good way of knowing what exactly the expectations are and what kind of product I'm looking for. Okay, so that's assignments 1.1 and 1.2 in cognition and identity. And then we're going to move along and we're going to do assignments 1.3 and 1.4. Still same unit, but this is going to be a narrative assignment. Essay 1.2, when I'm talking about the identity essay that I just described earlier, that's an exemplification essay. This one is going to be a narrative essay. And as you all well know from English classes you've taken in the past, that simply means that you're going to be writing a short story, basically. And again, here we go. You have a packet, download it and print it out. It'll give you all the information, a more thorough description than what is listed on here. And for the narrative assignment, again, it's two-part. You're going to be giving me a journal entry, and that's essentially going to be telling me in a very short paragraph what topic you've chosen. You'll see within the packet there are 4 topics that you can choose from. So you're going to tell me what option you chose and then the topic that you're going to use. And then you're going to go right into writing the final essay. And once again, I'm going to provide you with samples, and there will be much discussion in class if you have any questions on how this is going to go. One thing I didn't mention is there will always be BBR, as in the Brief Bedford Reader, textbook readings to go along with these particular assignments. And what you're going to read is listed in the week-by-week syllabus, and I will remind you of it in announcements as well. So then we're going to close out Unit 1 with 1.5 and 1.6, and that's going to be the cognition part of identity and cognition. And for this one, you're going to be writing me a summary based on a TED Talk. And the TED Talk is going to be slightly open-ended, as in you will have a choice, but it does have to do with, it has to have a subject that is aligned with cognition. And that means that you can use any of these search items that I've listed below. I want you to pick a TED Talk that's about how we learn, how we behave, how cognition works, how the brain works, something about psychology. It can be specifically about education, education reforms, types of education, etc. I have a video embedded in here. It's called the Steve Ritz video, and we're going to watch that in class. Of course, you can't use that one, but it'll be a good model for us to use in terms of a sample for how you should structure your summary. So again, this is in 2 parts. You're going to have a 1.5 and a 1.6. 1.5 is going to be a discussion board post, and essentially in that, you're going to be telling me, hey, here's the TED Talk I've chosen. Here's why I chose it. And the other part of this particular discussion board post is I want you to go in and also respond to a fellow classmate and comment on his, her, or their discussion. Okay, so that's how we're going to play that one. So once more, to wrap it all up, Unit 1 is titled Identity and Cognition. The modes we're going to be covering is exemplification, narration, and summary. And the assignments you're going to be doing are 2 assignments for your identity essay, then 2 assignments for the narrative essay, and then 2 assignments that have to do with summarizing. So that's the story for Unit 1. And as I said, there will always be time in class for any kinds of questions you may have regarding how to get to the particular items within this learning module, how you're going to submit assignments, etc. In terms of submissions, remember from the welcome video, there are basically 4 different ways you're going to be giving me things. Number 1, discussion board posts in Blackboard. Number 2, journal entries in Blackboard. Number 3, upload files in Blackboard. And number 4, the old-fashioned way, as a hard copy in class. And sometimes that might change. In other words, I might say, give me a hard copy. No, let's just submit it to an upload file. But I'll always give you much advance notice about how you're going to submit assignments and the specifics of how to get to discussion boards and journals. All right, I think that's about it. And I shall see you in class, and please come with questions if you have them.